Hello, everybody, and welcome to week 5, day 5. And this is going to be your part 2 video, the second one. And we're going to do a little bit of math here. Not very big day today because you've done a lot of work this week, but this is going to be a review. We're going to use the My Homework page to review make numbers 16 to 19. So you've already done this. We're going to make numbers by looking at the 10 frames, and we will say how many are in the first 10 frame and how many are in the second 10 frame, and that makes 16. Okay, so we have 10 in the first 10 frame, 6 in the next 10 frame, 10 and 6 more is 16. So you'll do that for all of these objects. You do not have to color the objects. Just remember, this number is what is in the first 10 frame, and this number is how many are in the next 10 frame. So it will be 10 and how many more make 19. So you'll do that for all of the numbers on the front and the back of that page. That is the same activity. Okay, so for this one, it's a little bit different. This is take apart number 16 to 19, but you have already done this before. And this one time we start with the number. We know how many objects we have. We have 17, that's the number 17. We're going to take it apart by making 2 groups only. The first group is going to be how many are in the first 10 frame? 10, and we know we have to fill it up. 10, and how many are in the second 10 frame? 7 more. So 17 is 10 and 7 more. That's how we take that apart. And you're going to do the same thing for number 16. Be sure to trace it. And when I see your packets, I really want to see that you have written all of these numbers for math with your regular pencil. Okay. On the back, there are objects in every box. You do not have to draw any. Number 19, then 2 will repeat. And you're going to remember to circle the first 10 frame and put how many and how many are in the next 10 frame. How many more? That is taking apart 19 into 10 and 9 more. So that was very easy to do. And since it was so easy, I thought I would bring out our hundreds chart from before. Now our hundreds chart, maybe you haven't looked at it for a while, but I know all of you want to be able to count to 100 by the end of the year. That's our goal. And so the hundreds chart might help you do that. One of the things you can do with it is you can just count looking at the numbers, which is fine. You want to identify some of the numbers also. And so you could point to a number just in the middle somewhere and try to say the number 45. Maybe you want to count by tens. You could count all of the tens, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100, and you're really just skipping and counting all of these in a group. That's when you're counting by tens. Or you could look and somebody could put a counter on this number and you could try to say it. Somebody could ask you what that number is. Another thing that would be really, really good is counting all the way up to 50 by looking at the numbers, especially these numbers we worked with this week. These are hard numbers to see and know. 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. And be sure someone's listening to you. It could be your sister, your brother, cousin, mom, grandma, anybody listening to you. Call them up. If you're not visiting them right now, call them and you could read and say the numbers and they could tell you if you forgot one or maybe they noticed that you missed one. But try to count up to 100 by the end of the year. We have a whole month to go. So practice up to 50 for this week and next week, and then go up higher if you haven't already. If you already can count to 100, then try to identify the numbers. Try pointing to a number and saying it, or have someone point to a number for you. Or they could just write random numbers on cards or paper and put them around the house. And if you find one, you can tell what it is, and you can make your own big hundreds chart by putting it in place. So there are some ideas for counting to 100, and I will see you next time. This was part 2, your second video for the week, and for the day 5, week 5, day 5. So this was your second video for week 5, day 5. And I have one more video for the week. I'm going to be reading a story. And so if you don't have time to look at that today, that's okay. You could look at it next week and start your week with it. And that will be week 5, day 5, part 3. You could do that one anytime, okay? All right, and I will see you next time.